When it comes to detailing your car, it's not a joke. Have you ever been to a store and have looked at two different products and have wondered which one you're supposed to buy? Welcome to Product versus Product, where we're going to go ahead and take one detailing product from one company and compare it to another detailing product from another company that does the same thing. This week we're looking at our Waterless Wash and Wax solutions. Every company has one. I'm going to be comparing Rocket Wax Supplies.
And I got Masterson's Car Care Waterless Wash System. What these products are supposed to do is they're supposed to clean, protect, and shine the surface without the use of soap and water.
Now it sounds efficient, but it can be a little bit tricky. So let's go ahead and show you on the hood of this Camaro how they work and which one is better. So let's take a look at this application process. Look at this filthy hood that we're starting with right here. Look at that. I hope that didn't scratch your car, Marley. We're gonna lay down some blue tape just to go ahead and give you a nice little 50-50 overview here so you can see the results should there be anything different. You'll be able to tell after this. So here we go. Tape's laid out. You can still see some of that dust. You want to make sure you shake your bottle of product first every single time. It's got wax in it. You want to make sure that wax goes out. Apply generously because you want that emulsion that you're seeing right now. And then once that's emulsified, then you just give it a wipe in one direction, no back and forth. Those streaks are wax. You want that. Look at how dirty that towel is. Ew. Gross. You see that shine? It was so shiny the camera couldn't focus. So let's go ahead and move on over to Rocket Wax. Doesn't Max have some very nice masseuse looking hands? Like, don't you just want those to rub your shoulders at night? Look at that emulsification right there. I don't even know if that's a word, but today that's how we're gonna English. Now this is what you wanna see. This hood is carbon fiber, so it's gonna really help with the visual here. Look at that compared to that. You notice a very distinct difference in clarity. This is the Rocket Wax. Look at how clear it is versus Masterson's. Look at how hazy that is. And this has been buffed. So I just had Max spray Marley's hood with both Rocket Wax and Masterson's Wash and Shine. And I'm curious to know now, as a professional detailer, what your first impressions of both products were.
Well, as a professional, the last thing I want to do is stay at a job longer than I have to. So that Rocket Wax was so easy to wipe off. It was really thin, you know, being able to apply it. That thing definitely had an advantage with that. And the smell, I mean, it smelled like freaking bubblegum.
Yeah.
It smelled good. And then the shine, I mean, the customer is going to be happy with the shine that the Rocket Wax left. I mean, the other one, Masterson's Car Care, did its job. It just wasn't as shiny as the Rocket Wax.
Okay, all right.
So
let's talk about this because we have 5 different categories that, you know, I wrote down and that we're going to be looking at and comparing both products to. The first category is easy to wipe off, and you're giving that to Rocket Wax?
Definitely.
Second category is shine. Now let me talk about shine real quick because I do this kind of stuff every time I do show prep or before I go to any, you know, meet or even after a car wash. And I don't normally use Masterson's or Rocket Wax, but I was very impressed with Rocket Wax and how that left the car really shiny. So I think that's pretty much unanimous there. That star goes to shine as well for Rocket Wax. Residue. When it comes to waterless wash and waxes, you are going to get a little bit of residue, as I showed you in the camera. That's okay. You have to buff that stuff off. Now the question is, after you buff that stuff off, is there still any residue left? What do you think?
As far as residue, I mean, you can't beat the way Rocket Wax easily wiped off. I didn't even try wiping it off. Now the Masterson's wax, I'm curious to see how well it would look, you know, continuing to buff it a little longer or seeing how shiny it can be. But as far as the shine that it left, the residue, Rocket Wax.
Rocket Wax, another one for Rocket Wax. We already talked about the smell. Now let's talk about the last category, which is price, because this is a big one. Rocket Wax for a 16-ounce bottle of Eco Wash, which is what you saw us use, that costs $10.99. Now Masterson's Waterless Wash and Shine for, again, a 16-ounce bottle of that stuff was $17.99. However, you can find their stuff on sale both on Amazon and at the regular site and save a couple of bucks. They do that often. So, but at MSRP, Rocket Wax definitely takes the value by $5. $7. I can't math. $7. So, okay. So I guess for this one, we gotta give it to Rocket Wax. All right, so let's go ahead and conclude this episode, this very first episode of product versus product. Stay tuned because next week we're going to be looking at detail spray. Quick detail is, you know, we use those also for like show prep, or if you've ever been like at the LA Auto Show, you see people spraying their cars and they wipe it down real quick. That's a quick detail spray. So stay tuned for that. Until then, we'll see you next week. Oh, fuck! She came out in the back.
Kiss me, bro.
That smells good.
It does.